Oh. Alright guys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel for Anthony Kenneth Bishop. This is my channel and I do all my stuff here. Just some latest daily news. Wrestling daily news, because I'm a big wrestling fan. I don't really do much wrestling news on here, but I really wanted to do a topic on the return of the Undertaker. Now, I think his last match was at 32 and we haven't seen him since, so that was back what's that, about April, man? So what's that, how many months that now we're in from April? I think it was like April the 2nd was, or the April the 3rd, 6 months, yeah. So we haven't seen the Undertaker for over about 6 months in total. And thing is, there's been a lot of controversial stuff surrounding him, whether he was fit, because they reckon after he had that match with Shane McMahon, they thought it was going to be his last match. But I'm looking on a website called 4biz.com. 4biz.com. And it says here, a few weeks ago, pictures circulated all around the internet and social media of the WWE icon, The Undertaker, walking around on crutches as he was recovering from hip surgery. Well, to be honest, if you're going to jump, well, not him jumping off a cell, but if Shane McMahon was going to jump off a cell and land on The Undertaker and then beat the crap out of him the way he did in that match and all that, and he gave his all and all that, and I think that's why Shane McMahon is the manager, or the boss pretty much, isn't he, of SmackDown, even though the main manager at the moment is Daniel Bryan, isn't he? So me and my mum watches wrestling. We watch wrestling all the time. My mum likes Dean Ambrose. She can't get enough of him. I'm thinking, you dirty git, he's around about the same age as me. I think he's like 29, 30 or something. So yeah, and he's he don't even look, he don't even look actually around that. He looks a bit older, doesn't he? Much older. I would say in his probably 30s, mid 30s, something like 34. I would say about 34. But that's me, because people age differently. I've got a flipping red nose as well. I don't know if you can see my nose, but it's gone red, bit like bloody thing. Anyway, so keeping to the topic. Apparently, the Undertaker is expected at WrestleMania 33, but WWE wants Goldberg match with him. So whether they're going to make the Undertaker, because they were on about if he was going to come back, it'd be for one more match, for both of them really, because Goldberg said he wanted one match, and at Survival Series we've got I think Goldberg taking on Brock Lesnar. I can't bloody talk now actually. Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar, I mean, okay, he's getting old now, and he's he's starting to slow down. Hey, I'm not talking like that, but he's starting to wear down a little bit. I mean, he's still good. He can still do a lot. He was always winning anyway, old Brock Lesnar. And I mean, to be honest, it was a bit of an upset when he beat The Undertaker. I think it was at WrestleMania 30, if I'm not too sure. Anyway, if I'm mistaken, Ron, put it in the comments below. I think it's WrestleMania 30. So that was like, what's that? 2-3 years going back? Yeah. I know, actually, about 2 years going back, WrestleMania 30, because 32's just gone, about 6 months. So yeah, roughly about 2 or 3 years since the last one between The Undertaker and that. And it was a shame for The Undertaker to lose, but apparently they said there was talks about it that he wanted to basically end the streak and just kill it, which I think, to be honest, all streaks have to come to an end eventually. And yeah, it was just a bit sad and a bit shocking actually, the way they did it. I was shocked actually that they. But
we want the Punk.
Oh wait, no. Right. Yeah, so my mum's like, she wants Punk back and all that. I mean, there's been talks that he wants to come back or something, but whether he actually said it or not is something totally different. But if Undertaker would come back for, say, one last match, what do you guys and girls think the wrestler he should take on? Do you think he should take the Undertaker versus Sting, Icon versus Icon, which would be absolutely just off the charts? I'd like to see Sting make a return back to WWE and take on the Undertaker for WrestleMania 33.
Yes,
but
Anderson.
Henderson. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I like Mr. Anderson. I mean, is it Kenny Anderson or Ken Anderson? I think his name is. But yeah, he's a fantastic wrestler. Well, because he's supposed to be for TNA, and there was talks that he was going to come back to WWE. So a lot of these, and then there's talks that TNA was supposed to be going bankrupt as well. So that's something else. And that they're going into administration, and that WWE wants to buy them out. So whether the WWE will buy them out and then create another show and then have WWE versus TNA, which would be absolutely fantastic. Can you imagine Abyss versus The Undertaker if they did, like, say, loads of... say they brought him on SmackDown, The Undertaker on SmackDown again, because he's a SmackDown guy. He's not like a Raw or WWE Raw. I didn't like him on Raw, to be honest. I think SmackDown was his actual proper home. I think John Cena should stay on SmackDown as well, because normally he's on Raw, isn't he? But then he got drafted over to SmackDown, so he's back home again, which I find that, yeah, if you're going to bring some decent wrestlers, I think Rey Mysterio should come back. I would love to see Rey Mysterio come back, do the 619 to a lot of the wrestlers, and take on some decent wrestlers as well.
So
take on Braun Strowman. What?
What does the legs?
Legs?
Yeah.
Oh, the Swinner?
No, not him. He's retired for a while, isn't he?
What do you mean the legs?
God, I can't remember his name. The one who used to get everybody, you know.
Well, you're not explaining it properly.
I forgot what's his name. Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there's talks that Kurt Angle's coming back next year and that he wants to do some wrestling again because he left TNA due to retiring from ring action and all that. But I don't know.
Bring Edge back.
Oh yeah, Edge. Well, then it is right. He's got neck problems. So Edge, right? Oh, Adam Copeland, and he's got neck injuries. And like a lot of the wrestling is dangerous. And actually, I don't know if you guys and girls would be watching what's it called? Hell in a Cell on Sunday. But oh my god, first ever women's match for the women's championship, right? For the women's WWE championship on Sunday, 30th, isn't it? Yeah, so 30th of October, is it? Yeah, we're in October. I keep forgetting the flipping days and like. So it's October the 30th.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's, my ass. It's trying to say I'm getting old. Anyway, so I don't know what to expect of this match with Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. Apparently, there's been talks as well that that she's been like toning up. Oh, Sasha Banks has been getting more muscle mass and all that, building herself up because she's prone to injuries a lot. She's always getting injured and all that a lot of the time. And I see her getting injured all the time, either arm or back. See, I think they said she had back injury or something before, or back surgery before. And with Charlotte, it's going to be an absolute feud of a match. I'll definitely be tuning in on Sunday to watch that on the WWE Network. And actually, guys and girls, if you haven't got the WWE Network, it's only $9.99. So yeah, it's pretty cheap for a month because you can get any pay-per-views on there throughout the entire year for just $9.99, which is absolutely a bargain. What do you think, man? A bargain?
Yeah, great.
And you can watch it all throughout the whole month, and then you can just cancel. Because what I do sometimes on certain months, I'll cancel it I'll watch the pay-per-view, and after the pay-per-view, it depends if there's no good matches on there. I like NXT as well. I love NXT, and I cannot wait for Asuka to actually take on Mickie James at the next pay-per-view for NXT. That is just going to be off the charts. I think Asuka is one of my favourites wrestlers at the moment, women wrestlers in NXT. And actually, I love Bayley as well. Bayley is probably one of my favourites as well. She's quite cheerful and very, very, very good wrestler and all that. And to be honest, she doesn't really get enough credit at all. And they don't even put her in many main events. She should be a main event girl. She should be up there with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. To be honest, they should have put Charlotte and Sasha Banks and Bayley in that Hell in a Cell. Had a three-way triangle match. So a triple threat match. That would have been absolutely off the charts. They should have just added that. That would be one of my favourite matches of all time in a Hell in a Cell. And seeming Hell in a Cell for the women's title, hopefully they can actually, because there was talks that she was going to jump off the cell or something, or do something dangerous or not. I hope she don't jump off the cell. I wouldn't want her getting injured to the point where she's going to do like a sort of a Mick Foley, where Undertaker took Mick Foley on years going back. I think it was at one of the, I don't know which pay-per-view it was now, but apparently Mick Foley ripped his ear off due to it, because all the steel and all that. And it's probably one of the most dangerous matches of all time. I mean, if you look at Shane McMahon, actually, the night after WrestleMania 32, Shane McMahon came out, and he's like, you would think after jumping off a 30-foot high cell, you'd think you wouldn't be recovering within the next 24 hours. What do you think? Huh?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, you think, oh my God, you think you'd be in hospital or something, because apparently I heard they said he was in hospital at the time. Anyway, so it says here, let me read this. So a few weeks ago back, the picture circulated all around the internet, social media, WWE icon The Undertaker walking around on crutches as he was recovering from his surgery. The images sparked a flurry of speculations regarding the former WWE champion, future Hall of Famer's health, as well as questions regarding his career status, because they thought he was going to actually be not wrestling anymore. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the Undertaker's / Goldberg match at WrestleMania 33 is possible if WWE can somehow work out an extended deal with Goldberg, who at this time is assured to be under a one-match contract. Goldberg is also expected to headline the 2017 WWE Hall of Fame class. Oh, so they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame? Oh my God. Do you know what? Like, I think they did that, was it last year when they brought Sting back and all that they did, and they put him into the Hall of Fame. As I reported last month, Sting is pushing hard for one last match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Hey, Sting is pushing hard. So he wants one last match at WrestleMania with The Undertaker Sting. But why can't they do it? Right, do it like an old WCW triple threat match. Actually, I think it was like they call. No, actually, no. I was going to say three-way dance, but that was to do with ECW. ECW came up with the three-way dance. So actually, that's what they should do as well. Bring ECW back as well, and WCW. Bring some of those pay-per-views back, because I would love just nothing more just to see like some WCW wrestlers. But apparently Survivor Series is coming up soon. I think is that next year? Well, not next year. Next month or something, or month after. Apparently Brock Lesnar is going to be taking on Goldberg. And I think what they're going to do, it might be where Goldberg actually loses to Brock Lesnar. I think that's how they're going to do it. I think that's how they're going to work it, is Brock Lesnar is going to beat him. And then basically they're going to have probably one more match, which might continue to WrestleMania 33. that would be an interesting match to have it. So they've got one apiece, and whoever wins at WrestleMania 33 will be classified as like one of the best of all times. And maybe that's where Goldberg like will end his career, maybe retire. But I would love to see Goldberg take on Seth Rollins and actually spear him and jackhammer him and all that. I mean, what do you guys and girls think? Anyway, let us know in the comments below and all that. And it says here, last night, when was this actually posted? This was done on October the 26th, 2016 at 3:20 p.m. This article was written. As I reported last month, Sting is pushing hard for one last match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. Last night, The Undertaker alone with the window of the Ultimate Warrior made waves by showing up outside of the Cleveland Cavaliers locker room, images that spread all over social media. Sources have indicated that WWE fully expects The Undertaker to perform at WrestleMania 33. And The Undertaker has already shared some of the names of superstars he would like to get in the ring with. If WWE can get Goldberg committed to WrestleMania 33, then there are a number of high-profile matches possibilities that they can book, centered around Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and The Undertaker. So in the actual script here, who do you guys, girls, think or want actually The Undertaker to take on? Do you think it should be Goldberg? Do you think it should be Sting? Maybe both even. Or maybe someone he's never took on before. Maybe Rey Mysterio. Actually, I think I'd love to see Rey Mysterio come back and actually challenge The Undertaker to a WrestleMania match. Now, that would be absolutely just off the charts, because I heard that he's coming back. But when he does, is he going to be as good as he used to be? Because I remember when he took on Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, and he took on Randy Orton, I think it was in a three-way match, and he won the WWE Championship match, which was absolutely brilliant at one of the matches. And then he had that like sort of like Mexican sort of like hat he used to have, like massive one over his head, and it was absolutely brilliant. Probably one of my favourite costumes of all time. I don't know if you guys and girls remember, he had one of sort of like where it's like a round sort of hat, and it was like round with lines through it, with colours, different colours and all that. But yeah, anyway, if you do like the comments below, the video, I should say, not the comments, because I haven't put any comments in the bottom. But if you like the video itself, if you want me to do some more videos on WWE, give my opinions about it, my favourite wrestlers maybe, favourite WWE superstars, favourite matches of all time, do put the comments in the below. Put a thumbs up, share, like, favourite, and tweet on my Twitter if you like. And cheers all for watching, and catch you guys and girls later.